For me, why it's fun is because I never have to organize again. I don't have to worry about the file format changing. I don't have to digitize again. Once it's forever, they're going to take care of that. And to me, that's very fun because so much in our life we have to redo. And the thing that I love about it is I am so grateful that I get to pass on to my children a system that they can constantly be looking at. They never have to worry about outdated software and hardware because we can't be handing to our children external hard drives, a box of external hard drives and USBs. First of all, they probably won't look at them, and second of all, they probably can't look at them. So with Forever, it's a living, breathing system that we can keep continuing on to share with our loved ones, and they can continue on too.
So Shelley is going to share with us her Forever account.
So you can see this is my account. This is my profile page. I keep everything, well, everything's always kept in your library. So that's kind of the go-to spot. This keeps, remember, photos, videos, audio files, and documents. And the library has enough search tools here that even if your account's not real organized, you just uploaded everything to your account, you're able to find things. You can search by tags, file name, or any word that might be found in the description. You can search by date, or you can search by file type. So it makes it very easy to find things even if you haven't begun the process of organizing. The organizing process is very simple. So you're organizing by albums and by tags. So albums basically tell your stories, and you're able to create albums and have them either to be shared privately, so just keep to yourself. Those are some of your more private things, obviously, to keep there. Friends and family things that will be shared with anyone who you have selected and received as a friend in your Forever Storage account. And oftentimes people, you know, once you get your account kind of set up and built, you start inviting all your family members in so they can come and see all of your friends and family albums. And then public, albums can be marked public, which is great because a lot of times there's stories that we want to tell, living history that we want to be searchable to the public. And so you can do that with Forever as well. So I'm just going to show you an example of an album. I like to show this specific example. And I know, Jerry, you said, and I see, Doug, we've got you on with us, so welcome. But I know you said you had a variety of different things that you need to save. You talked about some of your old VHS tapes. You talked about media conversion for old photos from the 1800s. And you talked about even having photos from this day and age. So this example kind of shows you a little bit of everything. First, I'm going to start with the one on the left, Disney Vacation, something we can all relate to. You go on a vacation with a lot of people, you're all taking lots of photos, and then you all go home, and then you ask for people to share the photos, but maybe that doesn't really ever happen. With Forever, it makes it very simple. In this instance, my daughter went on vacation with her best friend and their family, and all I did was create this album, click the share link, turned on the collaboration, texted this link to each person on the trip, and I said, hey, just upload your best photos that you're taking to this link. I got about 100 photos from them. I deleted the ones that were just not such great photos, kept the best, ended up with 59. And now I've got them here in this album. And everyone now can come in and download photos that they want or copy them to their own Forever account. So it makes a really easy way to share photos with your family members and with others as well. So that's one example.
They can download them to their computer, or do they only put it in their Forever account?
They can download to their computer. They can download to their phone. They have full access to the full resolution file of all of these photos. And then I'll give you another little piece I was going to show later, but you can see I was able to tell a little story here about the album, what this album is. And then with some really awesome bulk organizing tools, I basically grabbed all the photos that are in this album. I'm just grabbing these for the example. But then I was able to hit edit info and put the file name and the description for all of these photos at one time, since they were one grouping of photos. And I could go in, as you can see when I go here, that information is now saved in the metadata on the right-hand side of this photo. So now all of these photos say Sophia and Liza and Disney, and all of them have the same description. I could go in and edit this if I wanted for a specific photo that I might want to have a different description for. I can do that very easily here in the Lightbox. Okay, Now, I'm going to show you another example, and this is media conversion. So this was some of the things you talked about, having converted some of those photos. So if I click into this photo, you can see again the metadata on the right-hand side. I've gone through and edited this for every photo because I've known good information for each photo. Maybe this was stuff written on the back or just stuff that my family members knew, but I wanted to make sure that that information stayed with that photo permanently online. And that's what happens here with Forever. All this metadata is going to be permanently attached to this photo. Even if I download this photo, I can set it so that this information goes along with it too. Able to change the date, obviously add that description, and then I can put in as many tags as I want as identifiers to identify people, places, events, holidays, whatever you decide you want your tag structure to be, you can tag those photos. You also can have this photo in as many albums as you'd like to have it in. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but your description can be as long as you'd like. Now, just like we mentioned a moment ago, I could download this full resolution photo right here. And again, that share link, you're going to see that on every photo and also on every tag and every album. So I could share just this photo alone if I wanted to. Oh, and when I flip through this album, you can see obviously that the description and the file name changes and the tags change as I go through each of these photos. Okay.
Shelley, do you have an example of a video?
Yes, I do actually. So this is an example of a video converted with Forever. I'm just going to scoot it forward a little bit here. But this was from a reel-to-reel. So you can see the quality has been enhanced on this. Forever not only enhances the quality of the actual video, but they also balance out and level out the audio. And they cut off the ends, the tails, and they cut out the dead space as well. So you're going to get a much better quality conversion with Forever than you will anywhere else. And also, just the fact that this is going to be stored permanently in your account is another great benefit. There is one thing I want to say, and that is this: you're seeing that I'm streaming this video right from my Forever storage account. That's because I use the video streaming plan with Forever. In order to stream this in such high quality, this is high HD quality, higher than YouTube streaming, you have to pay for that. That would not be something that we would take from the fund. And so you can choose to stream video from your Forever account, just like I've done here, for $11.99 a month, or you can pay for it by the year, or you can endow it. If you did it monthly, you can turn it on and off whenever you want to watch your videos. I always say it is important to endow this at some point in your lifetime so that your family members, future generations, can come back and watch these videos right in your account. If I were to share this video with you with this link, since I do have video streaming on my account, the person that receives that link would be able to watch that video as well. If I didn't have video streaming on my account, I would still be able to save all of these videos in my account. I just wouldn't be able to watch them in my account. So I would have to download it in order to watch it. But it will still be safe and permanently online in my storage account. Any other questions about that before I move to tags?
No, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. So tags, basically, we talked about how they're identifiers. I'm going to bring up my grandmother here. If I wanted to see all of her photos, I would just click on this link here. And then I would have all of her photos right here. I could, plug in to look at them, read the information that's along with it, just like I did for, the other photos. But this is really nice if you want to share a tag. And, I could share now all the photos that are associated with my grandmother. And we're going to talk in just a minute how that's going to relate to family search. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about sharing information about one particular person. Next thing I want to show you is friends and family. This is, I mentioned how you can share all of your things in your account with other family members. And there's two ways to do that depending upon your philosophy. One is to have a account that's kind of like your family account that you share your password and your login information with your family members. They can get in, they can create albums, they can add tags, they can tell stories, they can identify those photos. Or you can have it set up so that you have the account is yours and you have the password and the information to it, but you bring in your family members to be friends and family in your account. And somebody who's friends and family in your account can go and look at your photos, and they can peruse any albums you've set to friends and family or you've set to public. Now, you can also make that person an account manager. So I'm going to show you my mom right here. You can see that I'm her account manager and she's my account manager, and I set that here. So I can have more than one account manager in my account. An account manager can come in and they can add the description, change the file names, add tags, create albums. They can do everything in the account that the account owner can do, except two things. They cannot delete out of their account, and they cannot make a purchase in the account. So some people like that philosophy is just having different account managers in their account to come in and help them with the task of identifying things in their account. You had mentioned preservation settings, and this account manager would go on upon past your death. Like when you pass away, the person will still be managing your account. But you also can go in and set preservation settings to determine what happens to your content upon your passing. And that basically means like maybe your private albums might become albums available to your friends and family 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years after your passing. That's just an example. But let me show you what it's like going to visit a friends and family account. So I'm going to go visit my mom's account. And if I click here, you can see that I'm able to see everything that she has in her storage account that she's marked friends and family or public. So when I come in here, you can see a variety of things, but I'm just going to click on her parents. And now you've seen nested albums here. I'm going to click on her mom's, which is my grandmother's, dance album. So you can see Forever converted and digitized an entire album. So I can see the information associated with this. I can copy this to my library and keep it in my account if I want. And I can just flip through and see all of the beautiful things, that, you know, photos of my grandmother in her dance costumes.